Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to look at one of the most meticulously orchestrated ceremonies on the entire planet. I want you to picture this. You're standing right in the heart of Makkah. It's the night of the 1st of Muharram, and the atmosphere, well, the air is just absolutely electrifying. Millions of pilgrims around you, and millions more watching worldwide, are literally holding their breath. Why? Because they're about to witness the majestic changing of the Kaaba's Kiswah. It is an unforgettable sight. So we're going to use some really fascinating data, on-the-ground accounts, and historical records to break down exactly how this masterpiece is brought to life, piece by piece.
Okay, let's dive into this. 1,410. That is a staggering number. And it isn't just a random statistic, it is the total weight in kilograms of the Kiswah. Now, when we casually talk about a cloth covering, I think it's really easy to picture something light, something simple. But at 1,410 kilograms, that's heavier than some cars. This is a monumental, heavy-duty structure made of dense fabric and precious metals. It's a physical marvel that instantly hooks you when you realize the sheer scale of what actually needs to be hoisted up into the air and perfectly secured against the elements.
And as you might guess, a masterpiece of that weight and magnitude is absolutely not thrown together overnight. The breathtaking, highly synchronized event we see on this sacred night is actually the culmination of a massive 10 to 11-month journey. Think about that. Almost an entire year of relentless daily preparation happening behind the scenes at a dedicated institution called the King Abdulaziz Kiswah Factory. It's a constant cycle. Every single year, the clock resets, and this nearly year-long marathon of dedication just begins all over again.
So how exactly is the whole thing made? Let's walk through these really intensive manufacturing stages. First off, they have to strictly purify the water just to wash the raw silk, getting rid of any tiny impurities. Then, that silk is deeply dyed into that iconic, striking black we all recognize. From there, advanced mechanical weaving creates a super high-density fabric base. Next comes the printing phase, where an exact stencil of the Holy Quranic verses is applied directly onto the cloth. Then we get to the most painstaking step, the gold and silver hand embroidery. Finally, intricate stitching brings all these massive panels together, followed by rigorous inspections. And here is what's truly amazing about all this. Pulling off this rhythmic sequence takes a dedicated, full-time workforce of over 150 highly skilled Saudi craftsmen.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what goes into that 1,410 kilogram weight we talked about earlier. We've got this incredibly opulent recipe of materials. Just picture it. 850 kilograms of world-class natural silk making up the bulk of it. That is then reinforced by 400 kilograms of highly durable cotton for the base. But then, and this is the crazy part, there are the precious metals. We're talking 120 kilograms of gold used just to plate the threads, plus 60 kilograms of pure silver woven straight into the embroidery. It is literally a masterclass in luxury and devotion, mathematically divided to create something that is visually stunning but also structurally sound.
Now, pulling all those rich materials together into the final design requires some unbelievable precision. There are 30 distinct, deeply intricate Quranic verses hand-embroidered across the fabric. But, it's not just about the aesthetics, it's about serious engineering. They integrate over 100 thick ropes and cords into the design specifically to fasten and secure this massive sail of a structure tightly against the wind and weather. And to make absolutely sure not a single thread is out of place, a dedicated team of over 40 administrative and quality check staff scrutinizes every single millimeter of the Kiswah before it ever leaves the factory doors.
Let's shift gears for a second and look at the timeline. Because the modern institutional backing we see today in Makkah's Ajiyat area, it connects to centuries of unbroken tradition. We can actually trace this back 800 years to historical records that mention a magnificent black silk covering. Fast forward a bit to about 100 years ago, in 1927, and that's when King Abdulaziz officially ordered the establishment of the dedicated Darul Kiswah factory, which brought a lot of modern organization to the whole process. And that exact same unbroken line leads us right to today, to the 2026 or 1448 AH ceremony.
To really grasp the emotional weight of this tradition, I want you to just listen to this incredible 800-year-old quote from the Andalusian traveler Ibn Jubair. He wrote, "I saw the Kaaba covered with black silk, and it was such a beautiful sight that my eyes remained fixed on it." Just imagine that for a second. 8 whole centuries ago, a traveler stood in the exact same spot looking at the exact same majestic sight, entirely captured by the beauty of the silk. It's a really beautiful emotional pause when you consider all the heavy logistical details we've just been discussing.
But hey, here is a question for you. Was the Kaaba always covered in black? Well,
you might be surprised to learn that no, it actually wasn't. According to the scholar Ibn Abd al-Barr, historically, the Kaaba was actually covered in white cloth at times. Even later on, during the era of Imam Saud bin Abdulaziz, the Kiswah featured these really striking red belts and a red section over the door, beautifully embroidered with gold thread. Actually, scratch the idea of a single unbroken aesthetic. It was an evolution of artistry that eventually led us to the unified, majestic black and gold masterpiece we all recognize today.
So how does this modern masterpiece actually make its way from the factory over to the Kaaba? Well, it is an incredibly orchestrated live swap. The completed Kiswah is carefully loaded onto a highly specialized truck, one that's literally used exclusively for this purpose just once a single year. As it moves from the factory to the Masjid al-Haram, it is escorted with immense reverence by Saudi security forces. Even the Minister of Hajj and senior officials walk right alongside it. It's welcomed with fragrant Bakor incense, treating the arrival of the fabric with the utmost respect, as the crowds part to let it through.
Once it arrives, the physical mechanics of the changeover are just a total marvel of procedural respect. They don't just yank the old one off and leave the Kaaba bare. No way. Instead, the new covering is hoisted all the way up and draped over the Kaaba first. Only when the new Kiswah is safely and completely in place do the workers begin to untie, cut, and drop the old Kiswah from beneath it. It's a highly specific, brilliant technique that guarantees the sacred structure is never once exposed to the open air during the entire transition.
And the sequence for securing it is just as methodical. It's done step by step, side by side. The teams start at the side with the door, securing the new panels while bringing down the old ones. Then they move systematically over to the Rukn al-Yamani side, and they finish up their work at the hit team. But the grand finale of this whole sequence, that is the ornate, heavily embroidered curtain that hangs directly over the door of the Kaaba itself. This beautiful piece is carefully installed and unrolled last, completing the whole majestic transformation.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how cutting-edge efficiency has entered this deeply ancient process. Just look at this comparison. Previously, joining the sections of the Kiswah required intensive manual stitching from bottom to top, which took about 6 grueling hours per side. Sometimes it literally took until the next day. But the 2026 method introduced an absolute game changer: the use of advanced heavy-duty adhesive tape for the central parts of the covering. By flawlessly using this adhesive right alongside targeted stitching, they slashed the fastening times by a massive margin, finishing 2 entire sides in just 2 hours.
And that brings us to a truly provocative thought to end our explainer today. We've seen 800-year-old traveler diaries marveling at the silk, and we've just seen 2026 adhesive tape slashing installation times. So the really crucial question is, how will modern technology continue to shape our most ancient traditions? It's this beautiful intersection of deep, unwavering historical reverence and brilliant, cutting-edge innovation. The devotion remains entirely the same, but the tools we use to honor it, they're always evolving. Thank you so much for exploring this with me, and keep questioning how the past and the future weave together in our world today.